Hello, it's Nathan. Have you ever wanted to find a mobile Digimon game or something similar to the V-Pet? Looking through the Play Store, there really isn't much. And what we do have are gacha games with in-app purchases, or fan games that frankly, could be better. I think I have at least one answer for you to scratch that itch. Digital Tamers ReBorn. Welcome to One Shot Wednesday. Digital Tamers is a game over at itch.io developed by Dragonrod342. It's completely free, or you can donate some money to download it. There's a link to the game down in the description below. I've been playing this recently, and it's a great time killer if you find that you're wanting something to do on your phone. It's only available for Android and PC though. I don't see anything about porting it to iOS. Anyway, let's talk about this gem of a game. You start off with a tutorial explaining the game to you, then you jump right into taking care of your Digimon. Pretty typical features here. We can feed our Digimon, clean any poop on the screen, and give it medicine. There are some specific actions you can do as well, like praising and giving it special kinds of food. Every time you enter a new screen, there's a tutorial provided to explain it. You cannot access these again, at least from what I can tell, so make sure you pay attention to these screens. We'll start with the digital information section, which has the Digimon Encyclopedia, achievements, your inventory, and the scene selector. The scene selector is pretty cool. It lets you customize your home screen where your Digimon is. Let's check out the Digistore option. When you go here, there are actually 3 stores in total: the Bit Market, the Digicore Market, and the Digisoul Market. Each of these require their own currency: bits, Digicores, and Digisouls. The training room is where we train our Digimon stats: attack, defense, special attack, and health. You play a little mini game, and depending on where you land is how your stats may grow or diminish. We have the evolution room. There are sub-rooms in this section which include power-up items, digital food, special evolution, Jogress evolution, convert Digicore, and the data lab. The game does a great job explaining what each room does. There's a lot of options here, and it's what you would expect in a Digimon game. The last section is Digitize. We have Battle Mode, the Digital World, and Digital Tales. Digital Tales is the game's story mode, very similar to other RPG mobile games. You see some story, then go into a battle. The Digital World is where you can actually explore the world and pick different biomes to visit. There you can capture Digimon and find cool features within each area. Lastly, there is Battle Mode. This is probably where you'll spend most of your time, at least in the beginning. It has free battle, challenge mode, D-Dungeon, boss battle, and championship. I highly suggest visiting challenge mode when you start out. This is how you unlock items in the item shop. That's just a snapshot of what the game features. Hopefully I piqued your interest in the game. It deserves at least a try if you like Digimon. For the last part of this video, I'm going to show what the beginning is like. I will be rushing past the tutorials, that way you can see the gameplay loop. Please enjoy. Alright guys, let's get right into this. So, as I was saying, I am going to be skipping the tutorials. There isn't really much of an intro here, just kind of talks about Digimon and what they are. Very straightforward. And of course there's a championship for the true Digimon trainer. Alright, so let's see who we get. It's completely random with this type of Digitama egg. Nice. I don't remember his name. Getting right through this here. She's just explaining everything to us. So we of course can feed our Digimon, give it pills to increase its energy so we can train it. We have a apple that heals us once we go to battle. And we have things to cure their sickness, I guess, if you want to call it that. Sometimes they get sick when they eat these pills, so. And of course we have praising and scolding. So since we have our baby here, we want to just train it a little bit. So we have 4 things that we can be training: attack, defense, health, and special attack. Now certain Digimon, so I guess I should need to backtrack. Attacking is like melee attacks, special attack is projectiles, but some Digimon have maybe 2 attacks or 2 special attacks, or they might have 2 range. So it just depends on the Digimon you have, but we'll get there if we get one of those Digimon. But let's just, raise one of these guys up. She explains real quick what each of these do when we're training. So I'm just going to say, as a main tip, there are certain ones that you just want to avoid. It's usually these blue and green ones. They either give us like a equal amount of stats, or it's negative and not really worth your time. What we want to do is either get these punchy guys, kicky guys, or this red one. So I'm going to try to get these guys. You just click and you can see your attack goes up, and then it minuses one of them as well. So you do have to do kind of a balanced here. So we just need to do that a couple times. So the energy needs to get to 50, but if we give him these pills, he can eat it and it goes to 50 again. So let's just keep training. I am just going to do his attacks here. The lightning bolt is also another one you want to do. She does explain exclusively. Oh, we're digivolving. Let's see who we're going into here. Kind of figured. I still don't remember his name. If we actually go to, oops, clicking too fast. If we go to the Digi Encyclopedia, we can see who we have here. So Digimon, or Digimon, I have no idea. It's like a GIF kind of thing, but we can see who they evolve into. The only issue is they don't say how. I mean, he can only go into one Digimon here, but once you unlock them, they don't really explain how to get them, so. And of course, we have the other things here, achievements. You can see all the medals you've gotten. Your inventory. So instead of listing it, it just shows you, like, these are all the items you can get in your inventory. It's huge. There's a lot of items in this game. And the last thing is the scenery selection, which I showed off before this, but you can exclusively decorate each little piece here. Or if you have a full set, you can do that too. I kind of like the forest. Reminds me of File Island the most. So he's hungry. Let's feed him real quick. I was just saying before this, before he digivolved, when you're training, she explains what all those icons do, but you cannot see the tutorial again, at least from what I can tell. So you kind of have to remember, but like I said, either the kicky guys, this red one, or the lightning bolt is what you want to get. They're worth your time. Otherwise, if you do like a blank one, it's kind of even. And this game does take a bit of time to get through, to digivolve. So since he's in training, I believe we can train this rank dummy. I don't really know what the point of this is for, other than if certain Digimon require wins versus losses to digivolve into. There is a Wikipedia that shows all the evolutions, or at least a vast majority, and I highly suggest using it if you don't want to just randomly guess who you're going into. It can be kind of difficult. So as you can see here, he has a win-loss ratio. It's got all his stats here. And we also have these stats. So when he gains a level, certain Digivolutions require a certain level. We also have the different kinds of, I'm not really sure, special experience. So like dragon, beast, insect, holy. That's more accustomed to the DS games. So if you've seen that before, I think that's where they're from. But some Digivolutions need that, so that's the only thing they're used for. And of course you can have multiple Digimon here. So let's keep training this guy. I want to get him to Rookie, so that way we can do some battles with him. Actual battles. Now I'll show you guys too, the item store here. So we got typical things here, you know, healing, the things I just mentioned earlier. And then we have these Digivices. So this guy lets you to give orders while you're in battle, because when you guys saw me doing the training dummy, I couldn't give him orders, he just did his own thing. And then Digipad lets me use items in battle. So they don't cost too much, you know, 1200 here. I only have 1000 bit. And this one costs 550. It's not really required in the beginning, but I'll let you guys see that once he digivolves. Not really sure what praising and scolding does, to be honest. There isn't really a stat or anything here. Maybe it's just to do it. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. Let's see here. So we got full energy. We'll just keep training him. There isn't really any that I want, so I'm just going to get a blank one. And as you can see, it's +6, -3. So it's kind of worth it, but not really. So every 2, you need to train at least 1, so you're not going in the negative. But we'll just keep giving him some energy things here. You can also put down a lot of meat. That way you don't have to like feed him one by one. What is this? Yeah, okay. So we need to be level 4. Interesting. So I guess that's what this is for in the beginning. That way we're getting experience. I believe we just have to do this twice. There we go. Okay, cool. So he's again Digivolve. That way we can actually get a Rookie, and we will... Oh, Candlemon. Cool, cool. And that way we can do some other battles here. So let's see here. I don't know what type Candlemon is, like vaccine, virus, that kind of thing. But what we want to do is go into the battle here. And of course we have all these options here. The main ones that we want to focus on is free battle and challenge mode. These 3 are definitely when you have a stronger Digimon, like a lot stronger. And the championship is only on certain days, but I don't... It says return to between the 5th and 10th days. I don't know anywhere to see what days we're on. If any of you guys know, leave a comment below. I'd love to know. It's very confusing, but let's go to free battle. So in free battle, she explains it all, but we can increase the Digimon level here. You can see their power level. And then of course we have, you know, Rookie, Champion, Ultimate, Mega. And we can keep changing this if we were wanting a certain Digimon. So you can see that they have the certain experiences. We can see if they are a certain type. So again, I don't remember what Candlemon is. We'll just go with a data. So they're both data. So this is the battle. So again, melee attack is generally attack. Special attack are the range ones. Candlemon seems to have just range attacks though. So there we go. That's how the battles go. When you win, you get some money, experience, and of course what kind of, you know, beast experience because it was a Lecmon. So that's what you do there. That is probably the best way to get specific experience and money. Otherwise, once you're strong enough, I definitely suggest going into challenge mode. Challenge mode has specific challenges. So for an example, Dark Challenge, you're just facing against Dark Digimon. That way, if you need specific experience, this is probably the way to go. And of course, it costs money to do so. So I'll show you guys. You know, he may not be strong enough because it is like a gauntlet that he has to go through. Yeah, way too weak. So when you lose, you do lose some experience. Not end of the world. I don't think you can go lower in level, but his HP does go down all the way. So the fastest way to increase that is to give him the apple. Since he's kind of got smaller amount of health, we don't really need to use it. But so that's what that looks like. So that's essentially what I can show you guys without, you know, going too hard on this. It does take a bit to get a champion, and then a lot longer to even get an ultimate. And a lot of these options here, like the digital world, you do want to have a stronger Digimon. They are pretty dang strong in these things. And they cost a lot of money too. So I only have 1,000 bit, and all these cost the same, and they cost 15,000. So pretty costly to get into. You also have this hunting gear, so you can bring certain items with you. Because you can catch Digimon, and the reason you catch them, let's see, where is it? Oops. The reason you catch them is for these options in here. It's a data lab. So in the data lab, this is where you can store your Digimon, and I think become them, like if you want to use them instead. So when you catch them, they remain in here, and you can either release them, so you get these Digicores, or again, like I said, you can become them. So they generally have lower stats. Definitely more of a mid-game kind of idea. Because again, everything costs money, and money's not the easiest thing to come by. So another one of the red options I was talking about. I don't think we've seen that one yet, but definitely a good one to do. And so my suggestion here is to focus on attack, defense, and special attack. Health doesn't matter too much, at least in my opinion, because if you get the defense strong enough, you basically take 1 damage, and it's not that hard to do. The only case I've found that health matters is if for some reason the Digimon are evenly matched, and I just have more health than them at the end of the battle, you win. So there's other options in here too, so power-up items. There's certain items you can give, like sometimes you'll get items to increase specific experience. You can use it there. Digital food, same idea. There's certain foods that give you certain stats. And of course, special evolution, Joggerus, that kind of thing. You know, if you have Digimon that can do that, or if you have the right items, that's where you do that at. So pretty self-explanatory, especially if you're a fan of Digimon. Shouldn't be like a new idea for you guys. But I did want to show at least maybe one more battle here. And again, if you guys have any questions or anything, leave it down in the comments. I'd be more than happy to help you out. I've played this game for probably about 20 hours on my phone, and I haven't really gotten too far in it, but I have a general idea what I'm supposed to be doing. So it's a long game, so if you like a grind, this is a perfect kind of game. Again, digital tells, I'm not going to do it, but if you're familiar with mobile games and how they do story modes, it feels a lot like this. So you, of course, can do different difficulties here. Once you start a difficulty, you're locked into it. There's no going back, so make sure you pay attention to that. And then you can see the required power here, or the power level. And it costs these tickets to even start it. These other ones, D-Dungeon is like a wave battle thing that you go into. Boss battles is exactly what it says. You face off against certain Digimon. They require certain items to even battle them, and a lot of money to battle them. And there's a chance of getting one of these once you beat them. So that's something to look forward to. In the championship, I have no idea. I'm not sure about this option. I'm kind of confused by it myself. But with challenge mode, for you guys starting out, definitely focus on free battle and challenge mode. Challenge mode, once you do one, it will unlock an item in the item shop generally. And there's a certain one that we need to unlock, or you would want to unlock. I don't even know if I have access to it, but they're up here. And they are training items. So you buy them, you use them, so the next time you train, your stats are multiplied by ×3, like ×5, that kind of thing. And it doesn't multiply the negative side of it. So highly suggest using those over the normal training once you unlock them. So let's do another battle real quick. So since we know he's Data, we can go fight against a vaccine type. And we'll see how it goes. Yeah, a lot easier. There you go. And yeah, we basically just do that. You just want to focus on gaining levels, you know, getting specific kind of experience. And that's basically the rotation that you do. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I really appreciate you watching this. Again, feel free to leave comments below. If you've gotten this far and you liked what you saw, you know, please subscribe to the channel. We really enjoy making these type of videos. And just like talking to you guys, it's really fun to be part of this little community that we're creating. So, as always, this is Nathan. Thank you for joining me on this adventure. I'll see ya.